Tone on tone, stenciling.
Hi everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome to
Brennan's Crafty Corner.
Hey everyone, my name is Brennan, design team member for Stamp Anniething, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing with you a technique to get some subtle stenciling, which is tone on tone stenciling. That means we're going to be ink blending with a similar color to the color of our cardstock. Also, I just want to quickly note that the Stamp Anniething stencil I'll be using in this video was sent to me free of charge as I am a design team member, and I just want, as it is kind of the nature of it, and I want you to be aware. So without further ado, let's get into this video, because I really like how this card came out. It's nice, subtle, and simple, but it's still really fun. So today, I'm going to be using the new elf layering stencil from Stamp Anniething. This stencil, I think there's only a couple left, so if you do want it, you will have to act fast, because it could be restocked. I'm not 100% sure it will be restocked, but I think there's only a couple left. And then in addition to that, to do the tone-on-tone ink blending with, we're going to be using some teal cardstock. And when I showed this to my grandma, I was like, Graham, you're not going to like this Christmas card, because she's kind of like a Christmas traditionalist. And I was like, you're not going to like it. She's like, why? Let me see. What are you going to do? And I showed her this, and she's like, absolutely not. Use a nice dark green. I'm like, no, we're doing teal. We are doing teal. We're doing teal. So I think I might have scared her, honestly, because she does not like... She only likes her gold, red, and green for Christmas cards. So I cut a piece of this cardstock that is 3.5 by 4.75, 4 3/4. I did not want to do the math in my head. It is a weekend. I just knew that I had taken off 3/4 of an inch off of each side. So that's why we pulled out the ruler. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this layering stencils on this piece of colored cardstock to get that tone on tone effect. So I'm going to go in with like the base of the boots and the hats. And since this is the larger part, I'm going to do it with a slightly lighter color ink with Fiesta Blue. And for like the decoration part of the hat and the shoe, as well as those little dots, or the other half of those little dots, I'm going to be doing all that jazz, which is a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go in first, like I said, with that Fiesta Blue, and just do some really light and subtle ink blending. We're not going crazy here. We're honestly not doing any shading or anything. We're just getting the ink onto the paper. And now we can peel to reveal. And look at that, our first layer is done. So now we're just going to go in with that second layer of the stencil. And there we go. I got that aligned up perfectly now, that second layer, so I can put my Fiesta Blue ink away and pull out my all that jazz. And like before, we're not doing any crazy ink blending here. We're literally just putting ink through the stencil and onto the paper. And once more, we can peel to reveal. And look at that, we have our elf shoes and hats. This panel is completely done. You do not have to do anything more to it. We can just put on the sentiment and be done with it. But I'm going to go back in with my Fiesta Blue ink because I want to add a little bit of ink blending around the edges. That will help us draw that will help our eyes be drawn to the center, because that will be the lightest part and like the highlight. And it also just creates a little more depth and interest to the card. So that's why I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to gently go around these edges. And there we go. I think that just is like the perfect touch to honestly a lot of cards, because it just helps the eye draw to the center of the card where that sentiment will be. It's just, I love it. So my panel is done here. I'm going to go in with this joy sentiment here. So for the green area on where this joy is, I'm going to do that as the teal, then I'll do the white as the border and the joy. I was originally going to do a Merry Christmas die, but then I realized that die does not say Merry Christmas. It only just says Christmas, and I don't have a good way to put Merry on there. So I decided to just go with this. So I have my joy sentiment here all done, and I'm just going to use some foam little, well, not circles or squares, hexagons? Hexagons. Had to count that real quick. I have like a random assortment of foam that I really need to use up, so that's why we're using these today. Is that some of the worst foam placement you have ever seen? Maybe. So now I'm just going to remove these backings here. I think a couple of them already came off, so that's nice. Oh, okay, put that back on. Took the whole foam off and not just the backing. Okay, we're all good there. So now, you very carefully, and I sit up as like tall as I can for this, we're gonna place this down. Okay, and there we go. I think that looks fairly good, fairly center. Remember, it's a handmade card. It's not a Hallmark card. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. But I think that looks good enough. And now for the final step, we add it to a card base. Boom, 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 add it to a card base. Boom, 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 add it to a card base. Did you like my single there? It's releasing on Apple Music actually, like right now. So I'm joking. Go stream it. No. And there is our Christmas card. It's a fairly simple card, but you know what? I like how it came out, and that's what's important. Have I had glue on my thumb for this entire video? When did this happen? Like, it is dried. Like, how did I not notice that? Oops. So, I kind of have to ask, what's your opinion of non-traditional Christmas colors? I personally really love them. I will do anything on a Christmas card. I would use purple, I would use pink, I would use black, I would use blue, I would use yellow, I would use anything, even orange. Even orange. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and bye everyone! Happy crafting!